Hey everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Noob to Expert tutorial where we are about to attack the Soviet Union, this time for real, probably. We'll see. So we talked about air wings and their missions, we talked about navies and their missions a little bit. We have annexed Austria and the Sudetenland, which gave us some factories. I've rearranged things a little bit between episodes here. We are making guns, we are not producing as many troops. Reinforcements is max priority now. We are still a little short on equipment. 2 days, that will skyrocket as well, yeah, as soon as we start actually shooting. Because infantry equipment is not just guns, it's also the ammunition and the grenades and that. It's infantry equipment, not, you know, infantry guns. So we will start losing those as soon as we start shooting the guns and throwing the grenades, which will be in a second. Yeah, we're short on pretty much all the things, but it will have to do right now. Are we trained? No. Some of them are veterans of the Polish War. The tanks are not, but they are up to full strength at least for most of them. What are you missing? You're missing 183 light tank. That's bad. What are you missing? The same. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna take one of these and just gonna delete it. I hope I just deleted only one. Yes, I did. So that will give me back some tanks. Yeah, that's better than before, but still not good. Anyway, we have to live with it as it is. I did want to set these tanks to high priority for reinforcements. Update. Doesn't cost you anything if you just change priority or icons or whatever. Only if you add or delete from those divisions. Alright, we are good to go. 70 troops plus yours, the two that I can see, and probably more to come from down here, I hope. So why are we attacking the Soviet Union now? Well, they just did the purge. So if you click on Russian territory and then click on their flag to get the diplomacy screen, and then click on details, you will see this little sickle with the Russian star and the drop of blood.
Yes.
If you hover over that, it says officers purged, division organization minus 50%, research time for all the things plus 10%. Now what we are looking for is the division organization minus 50%. This will, as you can see there, will be removed 14th of July 1941. So over the next 4 years, this malus will decrease steadily. So the time to attack is now where it's the most severe. They also still have national unity minus 5% and all the other stupid things that you can see if you hover over them. Also, since we're on the detailed screen, you can see their setup under intelligence information. They have roughly 155 to 208 troops. It might look a little different for you. So
135 to 213.
Okay, so middle ground is 175. So they have 175 divisions. Some of them will be on the Eastern Front, close to Manchukuo in the Mongolian area. Most of them, well, 100 of them, are here. They have 52 to 63 military factories, which is more than we have. We have 52. So they can outproduce us, but they have more troops to supply, so we have a slight advantage there if we have to go the long way. They do have a way bigger navy, like roughly 70, but they only have 6 dockyards. So they can't really reinforce them that much. Well, we are not reinforcing at all, so they have the advantage there. Also says they have about 1,500 fighters, or well, air forces, might not be all fighters, but mostly they will be. It's way more than we have. Civilian factories, don't really care about, but that is their ability to repair all the stuff we break, so they have quite a lot. And estimated manpower is not that much, 200,000. But that icon there tells you what kind of conscription law they're on. Sort of. Does it? No, it really doesn't.
No.
Well, it does. It does change over time. I just don't know which one that is. It looks like the same I have, extensive, but that might change over to something else. Well, oh no, it's on the left side.
Only.
Yeah, on the left side where it's laws and government. I was on the bottom right side there. Wrong button.
Okay.
I knew it was somewhere in there. They're on war economy, they are producing military factories fast, they're on export focus, same as us, and they're on volunteer only. So they can up their manpower quite quickly. Prince of Terror doesn't care. Military theorists, they don't really have anything good in there. What you can't see is their staff, their high command. so you don't know what bonus they will get when they're attacking or defending. Now, they are in a defensive war since we attack, so they already get a bonus. Anyway, declare war. Potential enemies, Soviet Union, Mongolia, and Tanu Tuva. I'm shivering. Call allies. Send. Now you should have a pop-up on top telling you that I'm asking you to join my war.
Yep.
A little alert.
And I said accept.
Very good. And then you should have the explosion with the exclamation mark now that says we are at war.
Yes.
For every separate war you get one of those. So you can have like 10 of those if you're in 10 separate wars. Wars may get merged. So if you fight, for example, the Netherlands and Belgium, that's 2 separate wars. Now if those 2 join the Allies, and the Allies decide to declare war on you in return, you will have a merged war with all the Allies in one war, so one of the buttons will disappear. Okay, if you click on that button, you will see that the 2 of us are at war against the Soviet Union, and they have Mongolia and Tanu Tuva currently not at war.
Yep.
It will tell you they have a fielded manpower on the top right of about 1.5 million. Well, we have less.
Yeah.
Nobody's lost anything yet. If you hover over that little bar under German Reich, Italy or Soviet Union, it tells you who has to be defeated. Major faction members left to surrender, German Reich and Italy, and on the other side it will tell you Soviet Union.
Yes.
So if you fight the Allies and you have 20 members in the Allies, it might just be the UK and France, if you're lucky. Then you just disregard the rest. And then there's a lot of stats, like how many divisions you have, war participation, industry, and casualties. And it will also tell you that the war goal here is annex a selected state. It doesn't matter, I just randomly declared on one of the states. I can, just to get the war goal going. Alright, tanks, go, rest, hold the line, and hope that you don't get overrun. So I have to watch what's happening next. On the right hand side, underneath your theaters, I will probably get naval invasion warnings and air superiority warnings and all of that. You will get the low supply and air superiority as well. We're going to talk about it when we get there. Ready to go?
Yep.
I was
Sorry.
doubting you there for a second. Alright, go! And they're calling in the allies, that is good, nobody cares. We're defending quite successfully. Yep, everything's green, our attacks are turned green, that's also good. Well, let's do this for a while, let's see what happens. Japan wants to send volunteers. I get that because I'm the faction leader. I accept those 3 divisions, thank you very much. Doing great. Air wings with no missions assigned, those are those. Yeah, you go air superiority. Stupid. Any more? No, that icon should go away. No missions or regions assigned. Do you do have a region, right? You're going there. Oh, you do have a region. You're going there. You do have your mission. Oh, now the icon went away. Okay. Yeah, at midnight. Now, if you go... Let's pause this for a second. If you go into air mode, which is F3, or click on one of your air wings, gets you there as well. You see that Belarus is green, Ukraine is yellow, and half of Germany is red.
Yes.
So basically what happens here is they are currently probably bombing Germany, which is bad.
They are.
I have air superiority in the Belarus, and contested is the Ukraine. If you click on the Ukraine region, you get a window saying it's the Ukraine.
Yes.
On the left-hand side, you see our forces, 161 fighters, 109 support planes, which is bombers, close air support, all of those.
I have 231.
Yeah, might be.
Okay.
Might be.
222 bombers.
On the Ukraine?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then it counts yours as well. It doesn't do it for me. On the right-hand side, you will see there's no enemy support, but there is 245 fighters, which is bad.
Yes.
Well, bombers is the row below. That's the strategic bombers, I believe. And then there's the anti-air guns. There are none, so we don't have to worry about anti-air. In the middle, it tells you it's clear weather, and it's night.
Yep.
And below that, we have 60% air superiority, is what it tells me. So we are better than they are. Which is good. Below that, I actually have an engagement screen. There's two rows. The top row is the high altitude and the bottom row is the low altitude. So usually on top you get the fighters, on the bottom you get support planes and bombers. And it tells me here we have 161 versus those 245 enemy bombers. And if I look below, it says I have 109 well, ground support, and friendly planes disrupted 7%. So we're losing 7% efficiency here, but still, most of them are getting through, which is okay. That's what I can see. And there's other stats that we're not going to go into here, really. Good, Belarus, have a quick look. 596 versus 94 enemy fighters, so we're going to take this air wing and going to redeploy that down to the... I can't. Out of range. You are the fighters, I want you to fight over here, so you're going to redeploy to that airport, and then you're going to be assigned to that air region. And that should help. 300 is still more than 94, and those 457 now is definitely more than the 200 something they had here. So we should get air superiority in a second, whenever those planes have moved to the new airport. And let them move. Here we go. And green. That's how you do that. Seems like they're successfully attacking that one region. Well, for a second there. Okay, that's fine. Now, one little trick, since we're at war, you can go into the political map mode, which is F8. And you will see green versus red, right? Or blue versus red. You still alive?
Yep. That was blue versus red. Yep.
Alright. You should see a light blue wherever I make progress and a light red wherever they make progress.
Right.
I see a light green here. I've taken one province with my tanks. It's quite nice. Alright, let's go back into regular mode. How are we doing on guns? Looking good. 3 divisions from Japan have arrived. Nothing can go wrong. That's perfect.
Ooh, I'm having trouble in the south.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, let them come through there, and we try to encircle them. I have troops there as well. Well, we'll have to see. Alright, let's do a quick pause here, and let's have a look at the situation at sea. I do get some warnings here. There was a big battle. I lost 3 destroyers and 1 light cruiser. They lost a battleship, 13 destroyers and 21 submarines. I take that as a victory. Thank you very much. 20 torpedo bombers versus 4 destroyers and nothing happened. That's also quite okay. It's more up here. My 20 ships, most, well, including battleships, just sank 1 submarine. That's okay. I can live with that. Perfect. Everything's going great. Missing equipment production, close air support, naval bombers, that's true. We had war, that's also quite true. Everything's going great. Alright, so what do we do with that pocket down there? Well, there's quite an amount of troops, right? So what we can try to do here is I could take some of my tanks. We're technically already doing it.
Well, I just pulled some of my guys down, the tank and some infantry to the south to try to cut them off there.
That would be nice. That one province that we need to go into, or basically where those 3 troops are standing, right below your attack arrow there.
Yep.
Cut in there and then go down 1 and you have a nice encirclement. We just need to make sure that they don't really cut us off completely. I'm going to retract the front line a little bit. In the south, you should be able to see that.
Yes,
because I don't want to get pushed into the mountains there.
Right.
I don't mind if they get pushed in there, because that's not friendly territory. They can't just walk through there. If we squish them against the border, they're dead. That counts as encircled. So let them go in there, and once they get that territory, we're just going to close off the front line, cut them off in the back, and that's that. Okay, currently only my tanks are attacking, the rest is just here to hold, and they're doing so quite brilliantly. I'm still waiting for some infantry equipment. Once I have that, I'm going to attack and see what happens. But as you can see, their organization is not that great. All those little green bars, they are pretty low, especially when they just attacked. This will be easy picking to go in there and just drive them back home to Moscow. These different front lines, which one is... Oh, that's the attack order. Right. Okay. Just getting confused here myself. Right, let's continue on speed 3 and see what happens. No, I'm getting attacked. I'm holding with one division against all of that. That's quite nice. You guys, get up here. Quick. You two, you go straight in there. Push them back. See, they get into the territory in the south now. That's okay. All of you... yeah, all of you... Oh, there's an empty field. I'm gonna go in there, straight away. And you go in here where those 4 are and see if we can break through there. No, it doesn't look good. Not yet, anyway. Go in there. Tanks are still going. Are they going on crazy mode? Yes, they are. Don't have organization left, so we're not going crazy mode. I have some unrated naval battles. Sunk a submarine, sunk a submarine. Did we sink more stuff? Sunk 4 submarines. Yeah, it's going great. Enemy is air superiority in all of the regions. That's bad. Okay, let's pause quickly again. Let's check air mode. Yeah, that's not too good. So select these. Come over here. Select these. Come back over here. These actually as well. Come over here and just give me all of my troops in this one region so that I can defend better. Yeah, looks good. I have more of these. Oh, jeez, sunk another submarine. Great. Are you done now? Perfect. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. And let's continue. Should look better in a second. He said, and then it didn't. Suchen Deckung.
I'm still getting my butt kicked in the south here.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna take my tanks and redraw the line here a little bit. Let's say over here. And tanks, stop. Give them, delete that line. Yeah. All the things that nobody needs. Yeah, stop. Can't do all the things at once. It's okay. Spearhead down here. That should work. And yeah, technically you're ready to go, so go. Alright. We're short on equipment quite a bit. Yeah, that's happening now. Okay, doing some more research. More raw output for our factories. Perfect. Need that. And then we're going probably down here. It's 37. We can't really do much else. Oh, we could. No, it's not worth it. So usually you have these ahead of time research penalties, and obviously you can just say, okay, we're 1 year ahead of time, so research takes about 3/4 of a year longer. In the end, we will still be at our goal faster than waiting and researching it then. But in those, 3/4 of a year that you're adding, you can't research anything else. So you might as well just research something else, and then research that, and still come out at the same time, right?
Yep.
So that's just one of the things to consider. Alright, I'm gonna go... This is also 38, that's all bollocks. Don't need anything here. Gee, what can we do? We could do some... No, we can't do planes because we're good on planes. Could do some air doctrine, haven't really talked about that at all. Air support mission efficiency plus 20%, sure, we're doing that. Why wouldn't we? So let's research that. And at some stage these guys just need to go and do things. Right, how does it look? We've taken 1 province, they've taken like 10. That's not looking too good, but they will burn themselves out doing that over time. We could obviously have produced some forts, we didn't really have time to do that. It's, Polish war and Russian war start, there's no time to do that. If you do this right, if you declare on Poland as soon as you're able to, which would have probably been like 50 days earlier, we would have had some time to just put some level 1 forts here. That would have helped a little bit. We can still do that and just hold what we have in the north. But then we are not really losing that much organization in the north. It actually looks quite good. If you can make your front line smaller and just focus on the southern part, below where my arrow starts, below that river. Okay, that is... Just hold Alt, and then, drag your top frontline bubble thing down to that river.
Alt. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
It won't do it.
That one up there.
Yep.
Hold Alt, and then, you know, right-click and hold right-click and draw down, drag it down. You might have to select your army first. It still says you only have 2 divisions on that front line, which is weird.
Yeah, well, the rest are coming. They're coming.
Oh yeah, they're coming. Oh, they are coming. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need them down there to push the enemy back then. I'm trying to cut them off. Which will be a thing.
You know what?
Please. Right through here. It's also while you're in editing mode, you can left click along the attack arrow and drag it, and that will designate provinces that they have to take on their advance. So I've just made sure that I'm taking the whole territory here. You can see that on my video later. Just for those watching. Okay, this will need to come over here now. This I can extend back up there.
How do you delete a front line? I'm just gonna redraw it.
Click on your army and then left click on the trash can. Right above your general there.
Okay.
And then left click on that line.
And then gonna draw.
Or you can just delete all of it, just right click on the trash can and then say OK, and then you just start fresh.
Let's just start fresh.
That's what I usually do, because otherwise it becomes micromanagement and I hate that. Okay, let's see, what else do we do here? Sank another 2 submarines, we're actually looking quite good. How's our navy doing? 20 ships there, in combat, up here, versus 1 destroyer, that should probably work out. And our U-boats, still 15 of them, still doing great. Nice! Haven't had any naval invasion warnings so far, just a lot of air superiority.
Okay, let's try this again. Got the lines redrawn.
Okay, still can't see it because I have to say play, probably. Still looks bollocks here. Still looks bollocks. Who cares? It's one of those things.
A lot of my stuff went green.
Yeah, I still see a lot of battle plans here that shouldn't be your battle plans, or they are, but they look weird. So, where are my tanks and why are they not attacking? Come here. Do your thing. Right click. Right click is a very powerful thing. It can also get you into a lot of trouble.
That's done.
You go there. Just split them in half and say one half go through here and the other half take the provinces adjacent so that we don't get cut off that easily. Let's see if that works. So far it looks good.
Hit pause a minute, please.
Yeah, well, you can do that yourself whenever you need to.
Okay.
There's a lot of troops here. Alright, you're doing your thing. Yeah, that looks better. Now it's all gone. And while you're doing your thing, I will say goodbye for this episode. So, for those on the stream, you know how it works. Don't go anywhere. We'll be here for another couple of hours, probably. We'll see. For those watching the video, that's it for this episode. Don't forget to justify a subscriber goal and also blitzkrieg the like button. Follow me on Twitter if you want to catch the next live stream. I'm Scryptar. He's confused. And you are dismissed.